For 50 years, the Kips Bay Decorator Showhouse has designed what's next in design. To celebrate its golden anniversary, more than 20 visionary designers reimagined a Greenwich Village townhouse in just 8 weeks, transforming 9,000 square feet and 6 stories into a living work of art. Scenic wallpapers unfold like murals. Chandeliers and sconces cast light like jewelry, and every doorway reveals another world. A Parisian-inspired dressing room, a Moody speakeasy, a dining room adorned with dazzling scenic wallpaper. This isn't just a show house. It's 50 years of imagination, craftsmanship, and purpose, all under one extraordinary roof. So come with us as Homeworthy gives you an exclusive look inside the Showhouse's gorgeous rooms. To watch the full episode ad-free, scan the QR code or click join below. You're watching Homeworthy, where we believe every home has a story.
Hi, Homeworthy. I am Leyden Lewis, and welcome to my Salon Analogue here at Kips Bay Decorator Showhouse 2025. So what this room is really about is to start is a room that inspires and conversation and the gathering and creating community. So at the absolute center of the space is my design for my Wobele collection, which is a 3 design collection with true form concrete. And this really is the face of the room. And surrounding it is like it's centered and anchored on this coffee table with my wonderful jab sofa, sculptural sofa pieces that I've created with this particular piece is covered in a wonderful cravat iridescent fabric, and it was made by Thayer Coggin. What we have going on here is a wonderful piece by Maria Pergay. It's called Borgia, and it's from Demiche de Nantes Gallery. And of course, you can see this entire wall has been curated with the things that I love the most, which is, Alison Genet, Hamilton's work, photography work from Bosque Gallery, Clarity Haynes. And this carpeting, which is really the thing that anchors the space, is it was an opportunity with Taiping to create to upcycle, as you will, if you will, a gorgeous, beautiful installation that is made out of 3 existing silk rugs that we cut up and created this new kind of hybrid custom installation of this grid. So we're really, really excited about that. And what we did here is we took the existing shelving in and we threaded and laced through LED lights, and then kind of created a scrim with perforated metal mesh doors, and also the radiator covers was a kind of inspiration from Prouvé, who I'm a big fan of, and created these perforated dots, which is kind of a repetition of what's happening on the perforation on the doors. And so it really is, again, a way of creating a conversation around all of these amazing different objects and artifacts, and my love of art and the celebration of those things in order to cultivate conversation. I think that moment when I realized that I could take what I knew was my artistic and creative upbringing. My dad is an artist, and I went to an apartment at Metropolitan Tower when I was 17 years old, and I was like on the 48th floor, and I was looking at Central Park South through this window, and I was just blown away by the possibility of space and design. And so that's when I really started to think and consider taking what had come naturally to me, which was drawing and designing dresses. I was a little bit of a little fashion designer as a young teenager, and really start to apply it to creating spaces where people could live. I think New York is like at the heart of so many cultural institutions. I grew up in the Met, in the Brooklyn Museum as a kid on the Saturday program. So for me, it was very common for me to spend, instead of playing basketball, I was the kid who was drawing Roman and Greek sculpture, at 12 years old. That's where I got dropped off on a Saturday morning. So what I would say is that there is no other city like it in the world. I've done some traveling, and nothing is like the amount of cultural diversity and the richness of this city. And if it has impacted me in any other ways, to have a very high regard and respect for the amount of different cultures that you can engage when you're here in the city. Part of the curation and the creation of this room is a concentration on art. I believe that art is the one place where the client's blueprint can really kind of take shape and form by the things that get collected in the finished product. That's where the client's their story can be told in the collection and the objects that are held in the space in the final dimension of the space. So what we have here is Cornelius Tulloch's beautiful painting, Garifunda, through Andrew Reed Gallery here in New York. And it's just so luscious and so sumptuous. And the minute I saw it, I knew that it was going to be the right piece to anchor and create such an intimate space of our Kips Bay Showhouse. Next to the salon, which is also part of its experience, is what we'd like to call is a photo gallery. And what this is it is absolutely the former kitchen to the space, but what we did is it is absolutely a completely functioning kitchen, but what it has, it has a slightly dual function. And for other collector clients of mine, what I've done is created a dark room space for their photography collection. So what this alludes to is, although this is all amazing Thermador equipment, you can pull it out and it would be in other iterations, this would have been flat files so that you can have photography that you might have laying flat and prop it up and use this space to explore different parts of your photography collection. Of course, this makes a really sexy kitchen, you know, and we love that. And it has no uppers, and it's really a place where we're able to laminate the stone, the walls with stone, put an amazing wave mural by Gracie wallpaper on the ceiling, and of course it's complemented in this particular installation with this amazing Isaac Julian, which really presses and creates a window right through the space and punches a hole through the space. The reason that I refer to our space as the Salon Analogue and it's an aspiration, really. I can't get off my telephone, and I'm trying really hard. So what I really wanted to do was to allude to that time and place when technology wasn't at the center of all our lives, and that blue light that I am addicted to what wasn't there. And so what the focus of the room is in the art and the objects, and how talking and communicating and writing about those things that are so important and so dear to me, which are these amazing artists and their creation and the furniture designs and the rug designs and the ceiling treatments, how all those things can actually spark conversation between humans. And in that way, I can engage in creative conversation with the people that I love, admire, and hope to form intimacy with. Being at Kips Bay Designer Showhouse for its 50th anniversary, I was a part of it 26 years ago with my then partner, who is now passed, and I just want to recognize her, Catherine Kim, who I had a business with, and we did this together 26 years ago. And it's really meaningful that this is one of the highest regarded notable interior decorator show houses in the country, and to be asked to be a part of it is a real honor for the interior design industry. And it is for an absolute great cause, which is the Kips Bay Boys and Girls Club. And you know, in so much as that it's for a great charity and it's for a great cause, it also is it's a forum for some of the best design and ideas around decorating and design in the country being made by the minds of the top thinkers, some of the top thinkers in our industry.
Thanks for joining us inside the 2025 Kips Bay Decorator Showhouse. Stay tuned for more unforgettable spaces on Homeworthy. Thanks for watching. Be sure to go to homeworthy.com for exclusive content, shopping guides, and so much more.